Hey y'all, welcome back to this week's episode of AMA Friday with Amy Miller, Recruiting in Yoga Pants. I've completely scrapped the video that I had planned for this week and we are doing something completely different. That's right, I read some shit on the internet that pissed me off, so here we are. All right, I'm not gonna name names, I'm not gonna call anybody out, but there has been some interesting discussions over the last several weeks about showing your value and getting noticed and how to beat the system and, avoid applying online. It's the same old shit we see all the time, every day. I've seen it all, heard it all. Only the faces change. I mean, honestly, there's so much noise and nonsense out there. And that's cool. I've said a million times, if it works for you, you should do that. Follow that advice. Do that crazy thing. Staple your resume to the inside of a pizza box. Good luck. I'm not doing it, but hey, if that's what works for you, go ahead. For the rest of us, okay, the average job seeker like myself, let's talk about how to really get noticed, all right? Because here's what I know for sure. Value is very subjective. There's a lot of talk about showing your value and value propositions and how to show what you bring to the company and bread and circuses and blah, blah. Let me tell you, and I have had a number of conversations with hiring managers recently, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, and there's one thing that has not changed in the entire time I have been a recruiter. Any guesses what it is? Hiring managers care about one thing. Can you do the job? Now, I know that's not gonna drive all the likes and clicks. I get it. I get there was a great disturbance in the force where 1 million people were let down because I just poked a hole in your thought leader bullshit. I know. I'm telling y'all, I think you will be hard pressed to find a hiring manager who is being honest that would say, well, this person isn't really totally qualified and would probably have to take 6 months to ramp up in a certain thing. But by golly, did you see the PowerPoint that they made for me to show their value? Y'all making my head hurt. All right. So value, my friends, is incredibly subjective. But what can be proven, starting with your resume and application all the way through the data gathered through the interview process, is can you do the job? That is the most important thing we are trying to figure out and vet for. It does not matter what kind of fluffy, creative networking nonsense you've come up with. Yes, I get it. You need to stand out. You need to get noticed. You need to get your foot in the door. You need to staple your resume to the inside of a pizza box and deliver it to... Where are you going to deliver it to? We're in a pandemic. Everybody's home. Why do you have my address? That's creepy. Don't do that. Okay? So y'all, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, the one thing that a job seeker can do to impact their chances for success the most, just make it really clear through your resume and through your application, because yes, you do need to apply online in most cases, that you can do the job. If y'all spent more time focusing on making your skills and accomplishments clear and mapping them to the position that you're applying to, do you know how much your chances would improve? A lot. And I know this is true because I've heard from a lot of you who've tried this, who've listened to what I've said on this topic before, who've rewritten their resume based on basic qualifications, who've done the three-way networking per the templates that are still available to you should you like to see them. That's the shit that works, because at the end of the day, the manager cares about your ability to be successful in the position that they are hiring for. Now, there are some managers out there that I know, they're going to give you some feel-good fluff, and you know, they're going to follow the algorithms all the way to ClickBill to make sure that they're saying happy shit that's going to make you like them. But when it comes right down to it, can you do the job? That's what we need to know. So I am begging of y'all, if there's one thing that you want to do differently in your job search in the new year, take the time to focus on the roles, responsibilities, and future accomplishments of the job. These are the questions that you need to be asking. Okay? So if there's one question that you should be preparing for your conversation with a recruiter, for your outreach to a hiring manager, it's this. What is the biggest pain point that you're experiencing with regards to this role? What are you looking for someone to accomplish or improve or fix or take off your plate or whatever in this role? That's it. They don't care if you listened to an earnings call, or if you made a PowerPoint presentation, or you developed an app on the side, or you created a 60, 90-day marketing plan to show them what you can do. Don't work for free. You don't need to stand out like that. You need to understand the pain points that they're experiencing. Look at the job description, try to unpack what it is they're trying to solve for, and show through your resume and application that you can solve that pain. Nobody gives a shit about your value. That sounds harsh. I know. I sound like a total bitch right now, but I'm being honest with you when a lot of other people won't. All right? So let's talk about value. All right? Let me give you a real world example of this. Okay? You're gonna enjoy this one. This is gonna be funny. My husband likes to collect action figures. I have been scolded a number of times that these are not dolls, Ames. These are action figures. To my husband, bless his heart, I love this man so much. He cares so much about these stinking action figures, and they grace our game room, and they're hanging on the wall, and they're, I mean, they're toys. I don't care. But they mean a lot to my husband. He really digs this room that we've created. And you know what I like that room for? It's the game room. And I suck at Galaga. I suck at it. I can't get past the first level. But every now and again, I will just walk away from my computer and I will go in and I will play a game or two of Galaga, not getting past the first level. And it's just my time to take like 5 minutes to just kind of decompress and just kind of, step away from the noise and the nonsense and the work for a minute. I don't care that there's all this fluff hanging on the wall. I don't care that we have, the entire Skywalker family gracing the wall above Galaga. I don't care. I care that game room exists as a quiet, fun, well, it's not really quiet because there are video games in there, it's kind of loud, but as this fun place. It's a room where I do not do any work. That is the value to me. My husband finds tremendous value in, I almost said dolls. My husband finds tremendous value in the decor. I'm much more interested in the foundation. I care deeply that there is a room in my house that is just built for play. And that solves a need that I have, which is to walk away from my computer and decompress for 5 minutes and get blown up in Galaga. Okay? You see the difference here? So apply that to your job search, y'all. I was a I was a little snarky in this video. It's been a long week. I'm tired, my head hurts, and I had a video recorded that I completely scrapped because I needed to get this off my chest. So we're doing this late at night, Thursday night. Gotta get it loaded up for Friday morning. But I just felt that it was important to talk about because, again, my entire goal with this channel, y'all, is to provide you with tips and tricks and insights that make sense and actually make a difference in your job search. That's what I care about. That's what I try to bring you every single week. If you are struggling with how to show how you can solve the pain of the recipient and how to dig into the things that matter to the recruiting and the hiring manager, drop a comment. Let's talk about it. You can always email me, amy@recruitinginyogapants.com. Check out some of the previous videos. I talk a lot about networking and resume building. I think you'll find some goodness there. But if you get nothing else from this week's video, focus on the number one thing that you can control and the most important thing to the hiring manager, and that is the simple question: can this person do the job? That's all we want to know, y'all. So send me an email, amy@recruitinginyogapants.com. Drop a comment because I read them all, and we will see you next week.